Hi friends, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. On today's lesson with my friend Tori Soper from Soper Firearms Training, I am going to punish my poor friend Tori with the 5-yard roundup.
MagTech has maintained their high quality during the ammo panic and ramped production to the max. Their ammo is the only ammo I run on the range because of its performance and reliability. I recommend MagTech wholeheartedly.
So you might have seen Tori around, specifically if you were in the Asp Dry Fire Challenge, right? You see Tori around all the time, and you are the owner of Soper Firearms Training.
I am.
Firearms instructor. I mean, you travel the country.
I do. I'm a truck driver by trade, so I'm all over the place.
Nice. Tori, we were talking about this today, happened to be in Phoenix, and I was like, dude, let's go do some shooting. And we're going to introduce you to a second version of the 5-yard roundup. But I figured with my friend here, we should shoot probably the standard version first.
Okay.
This drill was invented by my friend Justin Dial, and he's a fantastic firearms instructor and an acquaintance of mine. And we're shooting out here on B8s, as you can see. We don't have, I forgot my Asp targets at home, okay? So forgive me. But same thing, what we're gonna do is we're gonna score this out of 100 points on a B8 target from 5 yards, 4 different strings, all with a 2.5 second part time, okay? So the first one is from the holster. You're gonna draw and fire 1 shot in that 2.5 second time.
Okay.
Then you're gonna keep the gun in hand, 2 hands on the gun from a low ready position. Now for this particular drill, we're gonna call the ready position at the bottom of the target is what we're gonna call, okay? So I don't wanna have arguments about that. That's what we're gonna work with today. So then on the second beat, come up and fire 4 shots with both hands. We're gonna drop our support hand off the gun, do the same thing. From the third string, it is strong hand only, 3 shots, and then we're gonna safely move the gun to our support hand. Final string, on the beat, 2 shots with support hand, each part time 2.5 seconds. When we get done, any shots over time don't count.
Okay.
And then we add up our score. Goals here, okay, so we talk about like, you know, mortal, like normal human, like really good, excellent, expert level scores, right?
Okay.
We want to start this with a score of 80 or above. If we can, we'd really like to score 80 on this one. And the reason for that is that's an 8-inch circle at 5 yards, which is like an A zone on a human, right? So this is a high center chest area. We'd like to be able to keep everything in that.
Right.
If we can. From above that, an instructor level, 90 or above. So that gives us, you know, you can miss one or you put a couple in the 8 ring, it's not the end of the world. 90 or above, you're a darn fine shooter, like a professional standard. 95 or above, I'd say you are a damn fine shooter. You are really moving along. If you could score this hundo, then you are primo. We'll see how we do today, huh?
Well, I don't think I'll be primo, but I'm very confident in my skills.
So rock and roll, right? So here's the thing. Whether that's my friend Tori out here, we're at CT Tactical today. They gave us our own base so we could come out on the range and do some stuff. And here's the biggest thing. When you shoot these things, it's not, oh, I'm not as good as X. You know, I didn't shoot as well as Tori today. I didn't shoot as well as John today. I didn't shoot. So we all do that, right? Until you are the greatest shooters on earth, until you're Rob Latham, until you're, you know, Mike Steeklander, until you're Riley Bowman, until you are Doug Koenig, until you're those people, we're all chasing somebody else. What I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to check me against me.
Right.
I'm trying to check where am I today and is my skill set high enough to win the gunfight that I'm likely to be in? And quite frankly, if you could score 80 on this, you're welcome at my gunfight.
Okay. A question pops up to me is when you're going against yourself, how often do you repeat the drills to gauge where you're at?
So, I will say any time that I'm going to head to the range, this is a great, easy test, and a great kind of cold exam, right? So where's my skill at today? Where am I at right now? Or I will use this as a simple way to say, okay, what do I need to work on today? So I'll run this test and go, oh gosh, man, my strong hand only shooting, I was all over the place. I had no idea where the gun was going today. And so I'm going to work on strong hand shooting. So it's a great way to simply gauge, what do I need to work on today? You could also then say, well, I'm dropping points on this one thing. I'm going to work this skill in my dry fire. I'm going to work this particular thing. Maybe it's recoil control. Maybe it's getting to see my sight strong hand only when it comes up. Maybe it is, man, my support hand is stupid. And so I got to get that. Now, so whichever one of those you do, that's great. In terms of like, where do you benchmark? Well, I would say more track over time.
Okay.
You know, it's not, well, I was less this time than I was last time. But what about over the last 5 or 6 that you've done? Maybe you go to the range once a month, right? And you go, hey, I'm gonna, somewhere in there, I'm gonna run a 5-yard roundup. Now, I will say this, if you have a range that doesn't allow a draw, the only thing that some places, you go to a range that doesn't allow you to draw to the first shot, then what I would do is I would take the first string and I would lower the part time to 1.5. So that is, the gun in hand at a low ready, then one shot in 1.5. Then I do the rest from there in the 2.5 string. That's the only thing that I would adjust if you're at a range that doesn't have that. And then just track over time, maybe over the last 5. Am I stagnant? Am I improving? Is there some part of this that's seeming to come off? I'll tell you, man, I've been for a couple months now, I've been dealing with this left elbow thing. And it's not tendonitis. I've checked it out, but I'm having a muscle thing in my left elbow, just sometimes painful. So sometimes the strong hand only bothers me a little bit. So, I mean, it's something to work on. Let's shut up and shoot it.
All right.
I apologize, everyone. My range tech was dead when I got here, and I'm a moron. I was just training all weekend at the Girl in a Gun National Conference, so we're using a backup timer. All right, Tori, you want to check your firearm for your dot and for your rounds and all that stuff? We're at 5 yards here downrange. It might be a little fisheye for you because, it looks farther than it is. It's 5 yards downrange is where it is. All right, Mr. Tori, on this first one.
Draw and fire 1.
Draw and fire 1 shot. Shooter, are you ready?
10-4.
Stand by. Right. 1.65 on that. Keep the gun in hand.
Oh, that's right. We're going.
So we're going to go now 4 with both hands on the gun in 2.5 seconds. Are you ready?
Ready.
Stand by. 191. Mr. Tori got after it. Okay. Now you're going to drop your support hand off the gun. Again, from a low ready position. We're going to go 3 shots. 2.5 seconds. Stand by. Okay, 199. Good timing there. Now we're going to safely transition the gun to our support hand. Last one is 2 shots. Support hand only. Stand by. Last shot at 224. Very good timing there. Go ahead and transfer the gun back to your dominant hand and safely, carefully, reluctantly holster. Let's go down and see. All right, Mr. Tori, we are down 2, down 4. That one, I'm going to give you the line break. It's kind of iffy. I've got to grease ring you. If you're that careful, look, listen, in my range of my rules, if there's a question, we give him the grease ring, right? So we're down 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 92 today. Hey, that's pretty good on camera.
I'll take it.
Generally speaking, the camera takes a bunch of points.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, John's a big mentor of mine, so I'm already nervous going, I got to perform kind of for me, but being nervous.
Yeah, because what are we doing?
I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, a 92. Remember, I told you, anybody over 90 on this, it's an instructor level. It's not easy at all. And again, that other part where you see the very highest end. If you see, Scott Jedlinski doesn't like to shoot B8s, but if he ever to do this and you're like, well, I'm not as good as Scott. Yeah, neither is almost anybody else, okay? Yeah. So you're not competing against them. You're not competing against Tori. You're not competing against me. What we're trying to do here is show you a fun drill to go shoot with your buddies. And maybe you go, hey, guess what? Whoever shoots it better compared to what they normally shoot, like however many plus compared to their normal average, the other guy has to buy him a beer at the end or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just fun, right? Yep. So, all right, it's my turn. Okay.
All right, shooter ready? Hot brass.
Hot brass.
1.8.
Yeah, so just so you guys know, that's slow for me, but my support hand was a mess out of the holster. It was just a disaster out of the holster, and so I had to adjust it and take the time to do that. Now I don't have to mess with it because I can set it before the beat.
That's right.
All right, there's that.
Shooter ready. That's a 2.38.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. All right, I'm going to stay here. All right, hold on a second here. All right.
Shooter ready. 2.36.
Okay, using the time wisely. Let's see what we got here.
Shooter ready.
Oh, shoot, threw a 9 at the last one.
1.61.
And I'm frustrated at myself about that. Let's go and look. I'm frustrated because I didn't use my time. Okay,
wow.
That was my last shot. And so I shot to the 9 ring on that last one. So before that, I had a hundo running, felt the pressure, Felt like I had to get it off. Was a little bit worried about it. Shot my second shot support hand only in the 9 ring. So I scored a 99 today. I sure wish I could have showed you a hundo, and if I'd have taken that extra 0.9, I had it.
You had it.
I had it. I just didn't. So am I happy with that score? Yeah, I'm happy with that score. I mean, if you're not happy with the 99, come on, man. What's wrong with you, right?
Exactly.
Do I wish that I'd have pressed that? Just a little bit more care. Just a little more careful, yeah. Now, what does this mean for me? What does this mean for you? Well, guess what? Now you know where I am today. In maybe a month or so, we'll shoot it again. And next time here with Tori, which will probably be next week when we post it, we're going to do a variation on this drill, which changes a few things. Tori, hey, great shooting today, bro.
Thanks, John.
Go check out Soper Firearms Training on their YouTube channel.
Appreciate you.